Hi, welcome. It's a beautiful day. We're outside in the woods. We're in beautiful Newfoundland. It's about 8 degrees, so it's the first really nice day we've had so far this spring. I wanted to talk about this Blackdeer folding wood stove from AliExpress. There's not a lot of videos about it, so let's see what it does. So when you get the stove, it comes in this case. So it fits in pretty well. So it comes in this case. On the back there's a grill, and we'll talk about that later. So this stove is pretty unique. I've had a few twig stoves, like the little square stoves that come in like 4 or 5 pieces and you have to put them together. Really don't think much of them. They're okay, but they have benefits and they have drawbacks. But this stove is pretty big. It weighs about 3 or 4 pounds, maybe 5 pounds. So it folds up really nice. You can get a good look at it. It's not sure if it's stainless steel, maybe. But it opens up from both sides like this. And you have all your pieces inside. So you have 2 flaps like this. One folds up, the other one folds up. So when it opens up, it's pretty big. And this piece is your fire grate. And it just sits on the bottom, and there's 2 slots. And it fits in like that. And then you have this plate that you can put right here on this side. I usually put it in the middle. And that keeps the stove from sort of warping when it gets hot. And if you want to grill, you can use this grill plate. It just sits on here. It doesn't really sit on there very well, but it's usable. And I have some little clips that I use, just like little alligator clips. So I put one on each corner and that holds it pretty well. But we're not going to use that today. So we're just going to set it up this way. All we're going to do today is boil a kettle and try it out. Oh, I've used it several times before, but I just wanted to make a video because there's only a couple of videos about it. And I think the stove is fantastic myself, so I just wanted to share that. And I've brought some wood today because it's been really wet here lately. And I didn't want to take a chance. But we're going to need some birch bark and some small twigs. So let's go find some. It is a really beautiful day here. And it's still chilly, but it is really nice. So here we go. Here's a birch tree. So we'll just grab some here. This is really dry, so this should be good. That should be good. And let's grab a few small sticks. They're dry. This looks pretty good. That should do it. Maybe grab this one too. Okay. So let's get set up here. And so first thing I'm going to do is put in some birch bark. There should be plenty. And for matches, I have some of these fire sticks, just like a stormproof match. It works pretty well. So let's grab one of these. Oops, I'm flying. Try again. It doesn't have anything on it. Here we go. A few of these sticks on. Should be plenty. Add a bit more birch bark. Get this out of the way. It's really windy today. Had a hard time finding somewhere that was sheltered from the wind a little bit, so if there's any wind noise, I apologize for it. So we'll just let that go for a few minutes. We're going to stand back a bit. Because of course, whenever you're doing something like this, if the wind is blowing away from you, as soon as you light it, the wind will blow smoke in your face, just the way it is. As you can see, like, there's cutouts on the side. It has like a deer and a teepee and a couple trees. It's really cool. But yeah, I've tried them all. I've had several. I haven't had a firebox stove, but I've had a couple different ones and little square ones. Most of the ones I've had came in 4 or 5 pieces. You had to fold them. You have to fit them together. It's a real pain in the ass. You can only put like little tiny pieces of wood in there at a time, and I don't know, just constantly feeding it. This stove's pretty big. So this is what I really like about this stove. Is that like these pieces of wood I have here, they're probably 5 inches long or so, and it can, you can easily go probably 7 or 8 inches. So let's put a few bigger ones in now. So we just let that go. The stove has really good ventilation, airflow, like really good. So let's talk about the grill. The grill just fits on here like that. I wish it would lock in place better, but it doesn't. But I've used it a few times. It's okay. Maybe I'll do a video next time of me grilling a steak or something like that. So we'll just let that burn for a while until it gets going really good. Not sure how dry that wood is I brought. It's not super dry, but it should be okay. I probably should have built it up with small stuff first before I added all that bigger pieces, but it'll be fine. It'll smoke a bit, but no big deal. So let's just go for a little stroll while we're waiting, and you can see the area I'm at. It's really nice. There's a little stream. It's pretty. We're in like a little valley here. Nice little stream that comes down. Pretty nice spot. Probably like 2 or 3 miles in the woods. Nobody around. Nobody at all, which is cool. And we'll just walk up here a little ways. Still see there's patches of snow left. Really was really had a late spring here. Really cold winter and a late spring, which is not ideal, I guess. But this is pretty clean. Pretty nice area. I come in here a lot. Hoping we get to see a moose today, but there's none around, unfortunately. So let's head back to the fire. And she's going pretty good. So, like I said, we're just going to boil some water today. So I'm just going to grab my kettle here. Just have a little stainless steel kettle. Just going to walk down here. Water is so clean here that, you know, never a doubt about drinking it. That should be enough. So here's where that plate comes in. We're just going to put it in the middle. Snap it on. There's two little raised areas that it sits on. So we're just going to lay it on here. And we'll let it roll. Maybe add a few more sticks. Yeah, I don't think that wood was really dry. So let's pop this off. Let's try to move it around a bit. Ooh, it's really smoking bad. So let's get a little bit of birch bark and try to give it a boost. There's some more. We'll come back. Add a few pieces there. Enough. Let's back up. Yeah, so like I said, I don't know, this stove is probably about, from AliExpress, it's probably, I think I've had it for probably 6 months. I think I paid like 80 something dollars Canadian. I think it's about 60 odd American. There's a titanium version available too, and I think it's about double the price, and it doesn't include this rack, which doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is, I guess. So I kind of like to have it, but I'm not going to spend that much money for it. I think that's way overpriced. But for something this size, like, once you put wood in it and fill it up, you don't have to mess with it. You can just leave it. And I've used it with charcoal a few times, and it works really well. So that's going a bit better now. You can probably see that it warps. Every stove I've ever had warps, so I don't really worry about that. So I'll put this back on, and I'll try to get this back. Oh, it's hot. So, yeah, see what I mean? I should have put that in and left it there, but it's not really hooked in, but it'll do. But, there's smaller, lighter stoves out there, but, I've heard people say that, oh, I can't carry this because it's too heavy. well, it weighs a few pounds, so you could. Now, I came in on ATV, but if you're backpacking, you know, it is a bit heavy, but if you're worried about taking 2 or 3 extra pounds, just go and lose 5 pounds. You know, same thing, right? And you can carry it without complaining, I guess. So we're just going to let that boil. And like I said, the wood is not ideal, so usually if this was dry wood, the flames would probably be up to here. Like, it really works well with dry wood, but it'll do. And like I said, I've never had a firebox stove. I've had a few of the small square ones. I know there are some out there that are on hinges that are just open up, but the ones I had were in 4 pieces. You just put all the sides on and you try to connect the last side and then the top, and it would just come apart. It's really a pain in the ass, and I hated it. And I had a titanium boundless void stove once that was okay, but eventually it just got used it so much that it just fell apart basically. Or it was riveted together and it wasn't salvageable. But that's going pretty good now, and it'll only take a few minutes. And I'm just gonna have a hot chocolate today. And I'm just gonna use one of these Mana travel mugs. They're double-sided mugs, and they're really, really nice. So I'm just gonna pour it in there now. So I'm going to have 2. I'm going to usually put 2 in mine because I find these not very rich at all. And we'll just wait. I'm not sure how long it's been. It's only been probably 4 or 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, but it's not bad. Fire is going really well now. So this stove, like I said, you just, with the amount of wood I got in there now, you don't need to add any more. That's plenty. And the benefit of a stove like this is the fire is contained. There's no, your mess is really, really small afterwards. You don't have to worry about a big fire and getting out of control and wastage and stuff and leaving a mess. So I really like it. Like I said, there's very few videos about it. There's a couple, but nothing really demonstrating it very well. And I don't know, I just love it. I think it's great. It's probably my favorite stove so far. And yeah, like I usually just take wood, break off a few sticks here and there, but we've had rain all week, so I didn't know how wet everything would be, so I just figured I'd bring some wood. So let's check on it now. And it's bubbles are forming pretty soon, pretty much already, so it shouldn't be very long at all. And we'll just take a little look around here. It's really, really windy today, but sun is out. It's a beautiful day. It's cool, but it's not freezing. I mean, it's 8 degrees. It's probably going to be about 0, -2, -3 tonight, which is not bad. Summer is almost here. We've had a hard winter, and summer will be here very soon, so that's nice. But this is time to get out. I'm not really struck on having fires in the woods in the summertime. I'm afraid of a forest fire. So, like winter's usually too cold, but spring and fall is really the best time. So we're getting pretty close to a boil now. See how we're doing here. So like I could have put sticks in there like that long, no problem. I could put that grate on either side. You can put a little rack over top of it if you want to put more stuff on there, like a big frying pan. I've used it with a frying pan, it's fine. It works great. So yeah, like I don't know, like this is, like, I don't know, like I find nowadays the world is crazy. Like there's so much going on, people are so divided, and you know, I can kind of understand why, but it seems like you have two groups of people that you hear from the most. You have the nutcases on one side and nutcases on the other side. And I think what we need to do is forget about them people, and most people are in the middle on pretty much every issue. And you know, it's probably 95% of the people are somewhere in the middle. So you know, let's just try to get along and respect everybody, and like telling people what to do and how to live their lives. You know, it's supposed to be a free country. Do whatever the hell you want unless you're not hurting someone. Who cares? Right? There's just too much of that happening now. But I don't know. Like so much stress and stuff. Like, you know, if you go on Facebook or Twitter, everything is crazy, right? People complaining, bitching, and grumbling about other people and stuff. Who cares, right? Just forget about that. Come outside. Come out in the woods. Do this if you can. I know everybody can't do it, but you know, if you live in a city, you can't really do it. But go to a park. Go for a walk. Go in the woods when you can. Like, this is stuff I enjoy. Being out in nature. But if you can't do it, if you can do it, if you have the opportunity to, and you live in an area that you can do it whenever you can. So much better. So let's have another look at it. We're almost boiled. We should be pretty soon. We'll just fish it around a bit. So we're going pretty good here now. Don't need to add anything else, but I'll stick a few small ones in there. And yeah, I was going to, I meant to, when I came out today, I meant to bring something to grill, like a hamburger or a steak or something, but I forgot all about it till I was already here, almost already here, so maybe I'll do a video on that next time. But today, I just wanted to make this video because there's not many people know about this stove, and I think it's great. I really think it's one of the best things out there. It's a bit heavy, but you know, who cares, right? And obviously you can put a way better, you can put a bigger pot on here, you can put a frying pan, you can put 2 pots on there if you wanted to. And like I said, the benefit of something like this too, is that's going to burn down to ash, to pretty much dust. You just douse it in water, let it cool off. You're not leaving any garbage around or any mess. So let's have a look. So I think that's pretty much done now. So just pour it up. Yeah, so like I said, this is pretty much one of my first videos I've ever made, so I'm not really just learning how to make a video properly. I don't know how good this is going to turn out, if at all. I'm just using a DJI Osmo action camera. I have it on a neck mount, and maybe I'll look at it later. Maybe next time I'll bring a tripod or something, but we're just going to sit back here now and enjoy this hot chocolate, and enjoy the rest of the fire and let it go out, and we'll just pack it up and head on out. So anyway, we're going to leave the video now. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions about the stove, just drop me a comment and I'll be sure to answer them. Hope to make some more videos soon. Anyway, thanks, and everybody enjoy your day.